my girlfriend had bought me tickets to go see Denzel Curry at House of Blues, and she got that for me for my anniversary, and I really appreciate her for that. That was really cool. But with me getting COVID so close to it, I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to go. I just luckily tested negative like the day before, so I was like, cool. We went out and did like a whole day at Disney Springs. I went to like Uniqlo, Zara, all that kind of stuff. Did some clothes shopping. And House of Blues is a really cool venue to do something like that. I didn't realize. There's like bars all around the edge, and then there's just like a big pit in the middle, and then there's like an upper rooftop area.
Right.
I was down on the floor, but I got in early enough to where I could be right up front, but I wasn't like in the pit.
Okay.
Because that was the biggest thing I was worried about, especially with Megan going, because she had never been to a show like that. Neither have I, but I kind of knew what to expect. And I was like, you need to hold on to this guardrail like for your life, because we're on the ground and we're like somewhat close to the pit.
Jeez.
So we could have like crowd crush type shit.
Right.
And I will say that concert was really dope. It started off with Play That Boy Zay, which he ended up actually reposting one of my photos that I took of him on Instagram. I thought that was pretty cool.
I saw that, yeah.
I've heard a few songs with him. I forget what the song was off of Nocturnal, but he had a song with Anonymous and Denzel, and that was probably like my top song for a while. He just kind of has like a lot of energy, and I didn't really realize that in his music until I saw him live that day. Because when I tell you, for somebody that I really have heard like one or two songs from, I think I had the most energy for him, even including Denzel. Because he was just like, I think it was partially because he was the first person out, but he also just like was so infectiously like hyped up. He got the whole crowd up. He was like, open the fucking pit. And people are going nuts. People were moshing, all this shit. Everybody's jumping. I still have clips of those that I could throw in.
I do not get the appeal of moshing.
I don't either. I wasn't trying to get involved, but I'm just saying
I'm probably ill-informed and have a bad idea of what moshing is, but that seems just like you're just violent and punching motherfuckers.
It kind of is, yeah. You're just jumping.
Don't be in one. You'll understand.
It's definitely one of those things where like you'll get it if you're in it, I think, or if you're into it. But it is scary for me, just like post Astroworld. Like, not saying that that's something that Astroworld's the first time that this happened, because this definitely is like a bigger issue. But it was just scary for me because the way that thing was set up, even where I was at, where I was able to grab a guardrail and I was like more to the side of it. There were times where I almost got like shoved over and like almost fell, and I had to like hold like almost a crowd up to try and keep everybody else from falling.
You should just whoops, let them go.
That shit, it does get kind of crazy, and I don't know if I'd be ready for something like that.
Yeah.
But I think I kind of get the appeal. It's just like straight energy. You're just jumping and punching around. I feel like drugs have to be involved for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't be doing that shit sober. I feel like that's just like,
imagine like the anxious guy going in a mosh pit, just like.
No, there was like a 12-year-old. And the motherfucker was like squeezing past us. We were like, how old is that fucking kid? He's got like a little wife beater on. He's got his like little long hair, and he's like,
it was Ashtray from.
No, actually, it literally looked like that kid. I was like, this shit is crazy. And he's just like hopping in, and he was jumping around. He was having a great time. I was fucking terrified for him. I was trying to watch out for him specifically.
Oh, man.
But yeah, Play That Boy Zay was probably like one of the most fun sets. They also had Skyfall. I think where did he say he was from? I think he said he was from the Caribbean. And that was the one thing that I felt bad about, was like after Zay, everybody's energy was kind of dead. There were a bunch of like dickheads behind me that kept calling him like a British rapper just because they didn't see what his actual accent was. And he put on a good show. He was fun. He was funny. Like, that was the thing. He had like a crazy sense of humor. He was like making fun of people. It was just a lot more laid back after Zay, so it was kind of nice to kind of have somebody else going to be like a chill kind of like bop.
Right.
After that, Red Veil came out. I know he's been getting a lot of success on like stuff like TikTok and all that. Um, he actually had a pretty good show too. He also was funny because he had kept having technical difficulties. He was like, second time's a charm, hey. He's like, what did he say about third time's a charm? And he said, fuck it, we're doing this a cappella. You could tell it was just like a rough set for him, but it was pretty fun still. You know, he's talented, clever, you know. It was kind of the same thing though. Like I said, like after Zay, I think everybody was just tired. Like I can't even like stress this enough. Like it was so much energy that everybody else was just worn out.
I was a 12-year-old, just passed out on the floor.
12-year-old, he was chilling. He was holding up stronger than I was, honestly.
Like, yo, I need a drink.
And then Denzel comes out and he does like an hour set where everybody else was doing like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was pulling out like old shit. He was pulling out the new shit. Energy was up. Again, really entertaining dude. Really funny. He brought his mom and dad out because I know that he just canceled the Miami show. So I think that he had a lot of like Miami folks come through for the Orlando one. He also had 454 come out for, I think it's 454. He came out and did his song from Denzel's album because I guess he's from Orlando. So that was pretty tight. Overall, it was a really good show. It was really cool to see because, like I said, I've been a big Denzel Curry fanboy for a minute. And see him live, he kept the energy up. And it was really cool.